Hello guys, how are we doing? Have you ever been in a lobby on COD Vanguard and you feel like the enemy team have been too higher ranked or too lower ranked and you just don't feel like the teams are very fair? This is a perfect example of just that. I managed to drop an over an 8 KD in this game, thanks to the gods of skill-based matchmaking being in my favour for once. It's a similar thing that happened in Cold War. Things were just, like, the teams were just mismatched, and it led for an absolute domination on the map. So yeah, make sure you guys stay tuned for that, because we are going to be discussing the skill-based matchmaking in this game and the gameplay you're seeing in the background. Before we get into that, I may sound a bit muffled, and I do want to apologise for that, and that's because I've got hay fever is what we call it in the UK, but I know if you guys are from the US, which a lot of you guys are, allergies, it sucks. I don't know whether do any of you guys suffer with it. What's the best fix? At the minute I'm just taking tablets. I know you can get like a steroid injection or something to get in, but dearie me, I am suffering. Yeah, that's the nonsense out of the way. So, as I say, I get over an 8 KD in this game, and it is a very fast game. As you can probably tell by the length of the video, it's not my usual length. Usually I like to, you know, the games are, you know, over 10 minutes long, give or take. But this one you're seeing in the background is much less than that. So the team we're going to be playing, I think at the time we were recording this gameplay, what am I saying? The time we were recording this gameplay, I was in Elite somewhat, and I was, in fairness, I was queued up with a couple of pals who were ranked a little bit lower, Expert and Advanced. However, the entire enemy team were Advanced. Now, I've been in certain situations before in this game where, even though the teams are a little bit mismatched and, you know, somewhat, and like, you know, I'm in Elite, I've got teammates with Expert and Advanced, it still put one Elite on the other team or something like that, so they have tried to maintain a balanced game. However, this game just didn't seem to be like that. Now, I don't know whether you guys have, you know, had similar situations, but it wasn't fun for me. Like, the reason I play ranked, if I wanted to drop an 8 KD on a game against people that aren't quite as good as me, I'd play a little bit of pubs, you know, that's that sort of thing. And to me, playing ranked, I don't want to be absolutely shitting on people. I want the competition. I want to be able to be challenged, you know. That's the whole point of ranked, in my opinion, is to improve yourself as a gamer. And I don't feel like, a lot of the time when I'm playing with mates of mine who are a bit of a lower level, a lot of the time I don't feel like that's the situation. And in fairness, I probably could have fried a lot more this game, but I was playing for kills, I was playing for the, you know, the rotations, I was playing that main AR role, which you guys have seen me do recently. It does make for a little bit less interesting gameplay, because it is a little bit more stagnant, but generally speaking, I'm playing the role of, you know, holding spawns and picking up time where necessary, and just making sure they're killing the enemies off it, basically. Yeah, I actually only die, I think, 3 times in this game, so it's a banger. But again, as a main AR, you can sort of get away with doing that, not dying as much, especially if your teammates are throwing on the map and getting heal time as well. So, the question I have for you guys is: do you think you should be able to play with people, even if you know, like, you know, even if they're mates, at a lower level than you are, and if so, by how much? Now, it used to be the situation where if you were in Elite, for example, say your SR was 2,400, for example, that's just like top end Elite, which is I think what I'm in at the moment on this gameplay. Say your SR is about 2,400. Previously, at the very start of ranked play, you would only be able to play with people 2,000. Because it's an Elite, you'd only be able to play with people 2,000 points different, or 1,000. I think it's 1,000, sorry, my mistake. Yeah, 1,000 points different, which meant that essentially 2 whole ranks, give or take a few points. So although you could play with someone in Advanced, they'd have to be high Advanced in order to play them. However, in Master and Challenger, you'd only be able to play with people 500 SR away, which again meant if you were a high Challenger, you'd only really be able to team with people who were a high Master, and if you were, you know, high Master, you'd only be able to queue with people who were high Elite. Personally, I preferred this over what's currently happening. I was close to a streak there. Mate, imagine dropping a V2 on rank, that'd be fun. I think that was better. What they've changed it to, I mean, this patch, I say change it to like it's recent. This patch is going back maybe a month now, but they've changed it so that you could queue with anyone 2 divisions, like 2 complete whole ranks in front or behind you, which basically meant that even if you were the very highest of Elite players, you could still play with the very lowest of Advanced players. And I just don't think that's right. There's quite a still gap between those 2 ranks. I think there should be a lot more split, but I think that's the reason why this sort of thing happens. This is why the mismatches happen. It doesn't, for me, it doesn't benefit me whatsoever. Again, like I said, I don't want to be playing pubs. This is what it felt like. I didn't get much SR from it because, you know, even though we got a satisfying win and I dropped to 8 KD, I can never make this jump for whatever reason. But you go, child, anyway, so managed to get the kill. Yeah, even though I got an 8 KD, because I was playing people a lot lower skill rating than I am, I barely got any SR. And the enemy team won't be enjoying it. Like, this isn't making them any more of a better player. As you can see on the bottom left of the screen, they've only got 37 points to our 200 because it's an absolute whitewash. It's an obliteration. It just shouldn't happen. Now, I think the way to fix this is to make the party restrictions tighter, which I know is a controversial topic amongst the ranked play on Call of Duty, because you want to be playing with friends, and you don't want to be having to, you know, a lot of people I know create Smurfs or alt accounts to be able to play with their friends. That shouldn't be the case, but hey, you know what? If people want to play with their mates, they want to play with their mates. But yeah, I would appreciate a more strict queuing system. I think perhaps for elite players it should be a similar thing to masters and challengers, and that you can only play with people one rank different. That way elites will only play with experts, and you should really only come across experts. That should be what it is. Realistically, in any sort of ranked situation, you shouldn't really be coming across people who are extremely, like, 2 whole ranks above you, because that's just not competitive. Yeah, I ended the game 26-3, as I said, an 8 KD, and it was just one of those easy peasy games that you just like, hang on, what, is the game over already? What? I don't feel like I've done anything. We still managed to win. Very simple game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know the gameplay wasn't of what you were used to, because as I said, it was super easy. I only died 2 times, I only got 26 kills. I usually put out bangers with 40, 50 kills. So I know it's not what you usually used to, so I do apologise for that, but I hope this has, you know, brought some awareness that the skill-based matchmaking in ranked needs some sort of attention. But I'm interested in hearing what you guys think about the situation. Do you want the tighter restrictions for the party? What are your suggestions to make this a little bit better? But yeah, that's it from me. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.